Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Unfortunately, I had to move quite a lot today at the stairs. Only reason was because, well, there was a female at the massage chair, and they were just staring at me the entire time. Well, not staring at me, but basically in proximity with the stairs, so I can't really talk. And I have noise cancelling headphones, but also, I think from past experience, I'm pretty sure I've seen that same woman use the stairs. And yes, I'm just gonna use the treadmill. It's fine. It's all good. But it's water better because then I can talk. Couldn't really talk with them there. Now we're only here for like what, 23 minutes now? It's fine. But there's nothing else to talk about, but it's just we couldn't stay there. Or I wouldn't stay there. Because I have a suspicion that they're gonna use the stairs. Or whatever. But anyways, so welcome back. Yeah, yesterday was quite really good. I'm not gonna lie. So, if you didn't know, yesterday we played Subnautica 2 for like 8 hours straight. That was great. No regrets. Everything was single handedly lore. The only thing that I edited was me building the base at the end. Near like I think the last hour or 30 minutes of the stream slash video, we got a tiny bit quiet. Well, we got quiet trying to build a base, right? Just had to do multiple runs of titanium and all that stuff. But in the end, we built the base. It's not exactly what I wanted because for some reason I can't deconstruct one of the parts, but it's fine. It's fine. But it's okay, yeah, you know, a very expensive base. But the only functionality it has is a spot to run away once we get the thing to the bottom. So yeah, that's really about it. So Subnautica 2 so far, it's a great game so far. Only thing I'm not too sure about is the lore. The lore in the game is a bit it's kind of hard to keep track of, right? That's because in the game you listen to multiple POVs, and I don't know. I guess the context isn't very strong because you don't really see much. You just see people's. You just have to take people's words and stuff, right? But so far, the lore sounds like the company sent a whole bunch of humans into the planet. Then they gave humans the technology to reprint themselves, right? So meaning they're basically immortal, right? And then even though they're immortal, some of them went a bit crazy and then sabotaged the others, and the other ones also went crazy, and then yeah, they all died. That's about it. So like, even though they have the ability to, when they die, they respawn, right? I guess they lost their minds. It's kind of like, playing a video game, right? After playing the video game for so long, you might go a bit crazy. Kinda. I don't know actually, but I guess it's just a skill issue, right? That's what it sounds like in the story. It sounds like some of these humans just got like, skill issue, slavery. They don't want to do it anymore. They're bored. No, they're not. They're like, how to say it. Some of them just lost their minds, and then division and reliability on other humans. One traitor or two, and yeah, it's over. You know what I mean? So that's basically what happened in the lore so far, from what I could tell. Sounds like a bunch of, they don't trust the company they sent them, and there's some kind of virus as well. Oh yeah, the virus as well. There's some kind of like virus fungus thing in the world, so it messes with your brains a bit more. And overall, it's just, I think currently the story just sounds like a few humans start to betray the other ones, sabotage some things, and it just all went to hell, and then they all died. Right. So even though they have the ability to print themselves, just a few traitors think that's what it sounds like. But yeah, so far it's a pretty good game. Surprisingly good for early access. Feels like a real game. It probably is a real game. I do kind of want to rebuild my base at the bottom, but it's fine. I don't think we're gonna really stay there. The base that we built at the very end of the video was purely to just have a place for me to drive the tadpole just before we get killed by the squid thing in the jiggy. It's okay. These earth logs are a couple of days in. These earth logs are a couple of days behind the real scheduled uploads. So by the time you see this video, you should have already watched the Subnautica episode. It's a good game. It gives us something to talk about, I guess. Kind of. I mean, I am talking about it right now, but we are also kind of running out of things to say about it because there's only so much to talk about, right? We need to just do more exploring, right? We spent like first 2 hours or 1 hour exploring the wrong side of the map. Well, not wrong side. There's no right or wrong, but basically we needed to find silver, but we couldn't find any, so we just explored like 1.5 of the map. The moment we found silver, we built a base there, and that first base was not too bad, you know. It's just that near the end we had to move bases because we need like a safety net. So yeah, I think the game must be still in like progress, right? Because getting the resources is kind of easy. Oh, okay. There's one thing I really like about the game. It gives you the ability to like use the resources in your lockers without like scanning them. So basically, when you have something nearby you, it will just pull into your fabricator or gun habitat builder. So that's a really, really nice, like indigenous type of thing. It's really good. Is there any, is there anything else to talk about? Oh yeah, today's going to be hunting, fishing again at the lake. I wonder how that's going to go. I think we're going to have to use shrimp because when I tried to use, when I tried to use, you know, when I tried to use power bait, we got like a few bite, like one nibble does it, but it produced nowhere near the same as shrimp. The person's not even using the stairs. We could have stayed at the stairs, but oh well, it is what it is. I took the gamble, but at least it allows us to talk briefly for a bit. But I have some kind of, I kind of ran out a bit. Not gonna lie, kind of ran out of things to say about Subnautica. What is this music video? I think it's because anyone wants it. There's like 12 minutes left. That music video is so weird. It's honestly so weird. The music video is basically this person just showing off the. I guess it's not weird, it's just showing off a different ecosystem. Music videos just showing them going to the beach, like dancing in public in a very revealing clothing, going to a club dancing with strangers, and then having a night. What? Whatever. Not my ecosystem. Definitely not. Like I said, that person didn't even use the stairs. They literally just went on the massage chair. I thought they were gonna use the stairs. That's alright. Gives me the spot back for just a few more minutes. We get this place for like 10 more minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes. Yeah, again, the stairs burn so much more calories. I think yeah, it's just heavy and slow. Where's the time an hour? Ah, it is. It's time an hour. Huh. Oh yeah, someone was weird, huh? On the way here, there are a lot of university students walking around at so early and so, you know, sorry, hold on. Yeah, I catch myself doing this sometimes. So when I'm starting to talk and then you know, that happens sometimes. I'll work on it. Well, I will. Basically, I saw this morning a bunch of university students wandering the streets. So cold. Actually, no, it's not that cold today. It's actually kind of normal. It's not cold. But yeah, there were just like students walking around on the streets, so must have been some kind of party. I don't know. Fun fact, I've never, no, it's not a fun fact, but it's not my ecosystem, so never know what a party is. The only parties I have seen are based on videos and TV show, not TV shows, but yeah, TV shows, right? For example, that police TV show, called like, it's a TV show about like police, no, like real New Zealand police. They used to have a show where a cameraman will follow what the police usually do and shows you a glimpse of New Zealand's crimes and stuff from like a real perspective. So on those TV shows, I could tell that the parties there are usually just a bunch of university students drinking at one house and they party and they make a huge bunch of noise. And then depending on the level of the noise and depending on how many people there are, the police will send vans and like a whole entire transport truck and just start arresting people that try to fight them. Or they tell them to stop the party and split them up and tell everyone to go home. And then if the university students start getting too crazy, the police like line up like a riot and then just start just split everyone apart. It's not really they don't really split everyone apart. They basically just block the whole street like a line of police and then basically tell everyone to go home. And then basically anyone that's smart enough will go home. And the ones that don't are obviously too drunk and will start fighting the police. And then they arrest them and then they lock them up for like a night. And then they get released the next day, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, that's what I've seen what parties look like. And apparently from acquaintances, it's basically you go there, you get drunk, and just I don't know actually. I don't know what you'll do there. I think it's just what it's a social it's like for socializing, I guess, in their kind of way. I don't know. It's not I don't know, I don't have any experience, so I wouldn't know. But from the looks of shows and things and what I hear and what I assume partying is based on stories, sounds like you just get drunk there and apparently you have a good night. Obviously you don't, but you just get drunk and then you're either with the boys and then you just like, you know, sleep somewhere on the carpet. And if you're a female, it depends on what kind of female you are, but yeah, you got multiple ecosystems, right? Just it is what it is. Anyways, enough about parties. I just noticed that there's probably a party this last night or this night, so maybe that's why it is Diamond Hour. Everyone went to party. I don't know. I think that reminded me of like that time when we scouted that festival, that music festival, right? So many people walking. They came from like everywhere in New Zealand just to have a look at some kind of concert thing. Some people function on alcohol. I think it's because with alcohol they become free, so they remove their mask. But I wouldn't really say they remove their mask. I'd say they just remove common sense. They remove logical thinking with irrational thinking, and they become more sensitive and emotional. So yeah, I don't know why you'll do that, but it is what it is. But some people like I don't know, they just drink alcohol to be more loose, I guess. I don't understand though. Imagine relying on a substance just to be a bit more loose. Just control it yourself, right? You decide when you need to be this, decide to be that, you know? Again, that's not my ecosystem. I was trained by sensei and also my family that what's the point in alcohol? It's not in our ecosystem, so yeah. That's about it. Even in even in like Islam, like the yeah, even in Islam, there's no alcohol. So there's like a whole religion too. No alcohol. Is there anything else to talk about? We spent like 6 minutes talking about that. Oh yeah, we're talking about Subnautica too. There's nothing else to say about it. It's a great series. Well, it's like one long episode though. We'd obviously play it again today, but once we finish Subnautica 2, I guess we'll begin getting the Game Pass and seeing what else is next. Yeah, ecosystems and everything. It's a big, it's a big, it's a big ecosystem, right? Sorry, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. Yeah, it's just ecosystem. I can't really say much about it. I was going to talk about how a pattern recognition I noticed is that when it comes to New Zealanders, the white ones, they seem to have a pretty simple ecosystem life. They go through university. No, they go through high school. They go through university. You know, whenever they have free time, they will spend their money on alcohol, have parties, and that partying is the only way they socialize out of studying nonstop. And then I'm sure at parties they meet some opposite gender, and then as they continue with university and gather in a bunch of debt, they have a child with the other gender, and then they get married, and then they all have jobs, and then make more children. But that was the old ecosystem. In today's world, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. That didn't really make any sense at the end. Sorry. But yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. It's enough of that. It's time an hour still. So, huh. I would show you the time thing, but it's a bit scuffed. Let's just. I know we spend like 10 to 50 minutes on the treadmill and that's it. So, basically, yeah, stretching, doing the normal. So, I don't know what I was talking about near the end of this session. I think what was going on in my mind was I was just thinking about how that's what the common ecosystem of the majority of the other university students are doing. That's basically what my idea of what they do is, you know. But I guess the reason I held back on what I was saying was because in today's, 2026, I don't think they're having kids, but they're doing everything else besides that. They're partying still and doing it, but they're not producing any more children because if they do, they'll probably just kill it. It is what it is. Abortions or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. If you want to kill your kid, do it. It's like everything has a balance. Whatever. You know what I mean. There's no right or wrong. There's no this and that. It's just ecosystems, and it is what it is, right? There's no right or wrong. You know the drill. It's just there's no black and white. It's grey. You know. You guys should already know that though by now. That there's no. Whenever we have a topic, there's no conflict. There's no right or wrong. It's just it's their ecosystem. It's their choice. We'll create a balance after all, anyways, right? It will always create a balance. Anyway, shut up. All right, y'all know the drill. We're gonna be doing some dips, and do I give you a story video today? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I can't wait to do some Nautica. That's what happens during Dumb an Hour. Might lose my mind. Oh yeah, you know that bump on the back of my head I was talking about like a couple of days ago? It's gone. It's gone. It's fine. Wait, so today is Sunday, so yeah, I guess I have to prep for the hunting and fishing. It should be fine. Pretty easy. And when it comes to everything else, yeah, there's no story. Haven't done a story video for a couple of days now, but it's fine. It's not. It's not a big deal, but maybe I might do a story video today. Nah, not really. I only do story videos when we really lack in sleep. When we're lacking sleep, yeah, that's when a story video is needed. When there's no sleep, I know when there's sleep, then I don't know. I'd rather just like continue to play through of Subnautica. It's good so far. I think our progress at it is, I don't know. It took us 8 hours to get to where we were. I mean, technically, we could have. I don't know. It's like when we our playthrough in Subnautica, not wasn't really the only wasted time. The only wasteful moment was literally near the end of building that base, right? Because I was busy trying to get everything nice and pretty, but it didn't work out. But overall, though, everything else was progressful. Everything was like there's no wasted kind of time. The only wasted time was building that last base, kind of like it was done, but I readjusted it just to make it look a bit nicer. We're gonna be here for a minute or so. We're gonna be here for like a solid 10 minutes or something. It's fine. And then we do alpha regime, and then do some editing, and then do some food, and then hunting and fishing, and then some data work, and then some Subnautica. Depends obviously, right? But oh yeah, by the way, I checked the DaVinci rendering thing. It's gonna take 13, 14, 15 hours for that video to render to 4K. So if we finish at like 1900, by the time we finish hunting and fishing, they should be done. It's still rendering obviously. It'll take more than like 12 hours. We slept like less than 6 hours, whatever. I'll make it up for it today. I'll sleep earlier. That's the thing I noticed sometimes in these Earth vlogs, right? It's that when we have a long streak of no story videos, right? There's gonna be like the next week is just gonna be full on story videos because we're sleepy. But if I calculate it correctly and sleep earlier, then no problem. Actually, this week I've been knocked out twice. Oh yeah, I have been knocked out twice. I'll be honest for that. Knocked out once in the morning during one of the days, and then I think on Friday we also got knocked out in the afternoon. There's no sound barrier, but it's fine. It's time an hour, so it really does not affect us. Is there anything else to know about? I think I'm just gonna mass drink water, and yeah. So kind of about it. At least the Nautica's gonna keep us busy for like at least I don't know a week or something. I don't actually know because I feel like we're not speedrunning a story, but we're definitely progressing significantly better. Yeah, I mean again, I don't know. If I'm trying to find I'm trying to find the topics to speak of, but I cannot find any more things to say. Because Subnautica 2 is just a great. There's nothing to really talk about in Subnautica. I already talked about it, alright. Great game so far. You know, our progress is pretty satisfactory. Haha, that's good. Our progress is good. There's nothing really to complain about except for that one base building thing. But overall, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think there's only one thing I guess I would like is a way to perhaps get some more like storage. Like if there's a way I could like transport more cargo, then that would be nice. But our little tadpole is not very big, but it's speedy, but it's not big. Can't really hold any cargo, so it'll take multiple runs of like resource. I guess it's not too bad, but it's not too bad. It's just because titanium uses a lot when you build bases. Actually, when I compare it to Subnautica, the first one, when I compare Subnautica to the first one, I have a suspicion that number two is a lot faster paced. Because I remember spending a lot more hours on Subnautica 1 finishing the game. I think the travel was a bit. No, that was. I know it is. The map was significantly bigger. But again, we don't know. I don't know exactly. Hold on now. Before I actually hold on now. Before I even say anything, I don't even know how big the map in Subnautica 2 is yet. You know, we haven't even finished exploring it. We don't know how big it is. But I think just based on the, I think just based on the vehicle size, I suspect it's not that big. But when Subnautica 1 had a Cyclops, that's how you know the map was huge. When you literally needed to build a Cyclops, like a huge submarine, a huge like mobile base. That's when you know I was like, damn, it's gonna be a big game. Is there anything else to talk about? Not really. Is there any other topics? I guess I could talk about ecosystems again, but it is what it is. I mean, yeah, we just continue collecting assets, right? Just continue compounding assets. Technically, Subnautica 2 series is definitely a compounding asset. The videos are assets themselves. It's great. So yeah, I guess there's nothing really else to really worry about, talk about. You know, it is what it is. You know, that's about it. You know. Apparently, I got an email saying the Neo robot was going to be made too. So I wonder what kind of content I could do with that one day. One one day we're probably gonna like rent out some kind of place, not rent out, but like get some kind of little place, right? See how good the Neobot is. But yeah, I'm gonna put the clanker to some slavery. I wonder if I could run a shop with the clanker. That'd be kind of interesting. Wow, we're gonna be here for a while. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, schedule today is pretty simple right now, right? Schedule simple. Alpha 3 regime, editing, food, fishing, then data work, and then Subnautica, maybe? Ah, maybe. It depends on the environment. If the environment's not good, we might have to play some kind of filler game, or maybe I'll just do stories and stuff. I haven't talked about us doing the story things in a while, as in like writing stories. Mainly because writing stories is kind of it's not bad, but you really have to delve into multiple ecosystems and play out the character parts and determine what the objective is, right? Hmm. What other topics are there? I don't know what kind of filler games I would get. When it comes to filler game, nah, I don't know. I don't know. Filler games don't have lore. That's the thing. That's why they're called filler. But yeah, as much as I like League, it's the dark side. But I did enjoy playing Soraka. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but playing Soraka is kind of funny. Not funny, but Soraka feels like a good champion to play. Reason is because I like watching the enemies try kill my teammates, and then I just instantly heal them to full HP, and it's just like, oh, like that's I find that super amusing. I also like Blitzcrank as well. Blitzcrank's also quite nice, but I think Soraka might be a bit more better. Only just to watch you hit. It's only just to watch your teammates just like, especially when you have your fed teammates, right? Especially just watching them just get their full HP because of you, and then they just continue wiping out the team, right? And I think it's because in League of Legends, it's hard for you to really target a certain person to a degree. I mean, sure, they could like target the Soraka, right? But it's not like an Overwatch where, you know, the tanks don't do damage, right? The difference is in League, everyone does damage. So if you ignore the carry and target the Soraka, by the time you kill me, you're dead. But if you try to kill the carry, I'll just heal the carry, and then yeah, so it's like pretty interesting, especially if you build tank Soraka. I haven't tried it yet, but I will try that. Actually, I don't know. I don't think tank Soraka's meta anymore because you don't get enough healing or whatever. Shut up. We're nearly done. Yeah, Blitzcrank's also a pretty good champ to play. ADC is, I don't know. ADC is okay, but I don't think ADC is my style. I saw how I rewatched my Ash games. You kind of just A click and move backwards, and you kill everything, right? I think I prefer cast champions instead. Like Blitzcrank is a nice champion. I think Anivia is quite nice. Heimerdinger is good laning, but when it comes to like yeah, Heimerdinger is not the best at like pushing turrets and stuff because he's very stationary. But I kind of want to try maybe Yasuo. I don't know. I like Blitzcrank's a nice skill champion to play because you just run at them, hook them, and then they're probably dead by the time you hook them. All right, Legendman, appreciate it again. It's another normal day, right? I would say it's normal, literally normal today. No crazy things, no topics, nothing real much. Just a normal day. So yeah, that's about it, isn't it? That's about it. And yeah, I guess currently as our system goes, it's just compounding things and working on the macro regime. I really should be. The macro regime is actually kind of slow. I really should work on that macro regime a lot better. I'll be honest. What did I do yesterday? Yesterday's macro regime was macro and chicken. So I actually under ate protein yesterday. I'm pretty sure if I just ate 2 cans of macro, I'll be fine. I should do that though, but there's just other meats. I'll see about it. Appreciate it though.